00108 exam questions. A company's documented philosophy is called its mission statement. The way you act, speak, and dress is called underscore 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 underscore. Self-presentation. The crystalline derivative of amphetamines is called methamphetamine. A common problem on the job site that contributes to delays is absenteeism. Reinforcing the importance of minor infringements is known as underscore 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 underscore. Zero tolerance. Absenteeism is an example of which problem category? Labor. To resolve a conflict with a coworker, it is best to first admit there is a conflict. When a person has a problem with underscore 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 underscore, coworkers cannot depend on them. Absenteeism. Good type fonts to use on a resume are Times New Roman or Arial. Drugs that cause you to feel sedated are known as barbiturates. Someone who can vouch for your skills, experience, and work habits is an underscore 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 underscore. Reference. When you break underscore 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 underscore, you share with other people information that belongs to the company. Confidentiality. When someone is harassing a person in an offensive or threatening manner, often based on a real or perceived imbalance of power, it can likely be considered underscore 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 underscore. Bullying. Which of the following is not considered a common barrier to effective problem solving? Lack of college degree. If you see a potential source of delay on a project, underscore. Notify your supervisor immediately. The time to learn about a potential employer is before the application is submitted. Another term for work habit is underscore 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 underscore. Work ethic. A leader who thinks he or she needs to make all decisions without seeking input from team members is classified as autocratic. On the job, criticism always has a negative impact. False. A worker is verbally abusing another worker consistently, sometimes physically, and there is an imbalance of power between the two. This likely falls into the category of bullying. Is it a good idea to walk away from a dispute that is becoming heated between you and another employee? True. Approaching your work with integrity and a professional manner is called professionalism. The process of evaluating information and then using it to reach a conclusion or to make a decision is known as critical thinking. The drug LSD is considered an underscore 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 hallucinogen. Since underscore 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 are different from specific illegal or restricted substances, they may not be illegal. Synthetic. Being self-confident and an effective communicator are signs that a worker may be an underscore underscore leader. Heroin is known to be the most commonly used opiate. Conflict resolution is considered to be an important relationship skill. All of these are things you should consider before accepting a job offer. Accept your certifications. According to studies, what % of available positions are not publicly advertised? 70%. All of these are barriers to problem solving. Except critical thinking. When preparing a resume, you should underscore format the information chronologically. All of these are examples of characteristics demonstrated by leaders. Except being perfectionists. Uppers are another word for amphetamine. The way you speak, act, and interact with others is referred to as your self-presentation skills. Which type of drug is an addictive stimulant that affects the central nervous system? Amphetamine. Mechanical breakdown is an example of which problem category? Equipment. Which of the following should be included on a resume? Certifications and training credentials. You will gain the respect of your supervisor if you regularly take the underscore 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 to complete additional tasks when your work is done. Initiative. The final step of the problem-solving process is evaluate the final results. Racial jokes are considered a form of underscore 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 harassment. A company uses an underscore 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 to state how it does business. Mission statement. Critical thinking is the process of evaluating information, then reaching a conclusion or making a decision. The first step to solving a problem is to define it. The final step in the 5-step problem-solving procedure is underscore evaluate results. Advice that is given to point out or correct a mistake is called underscore 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 constructive criticism. A person who can confirm to a potential employer that you have the skills, experience, and work habits that are listed in your resume is a reference. A person who sets an example for other people to follow is generally demonstrating good underscore 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 skills. Leadership. A statement of how a company does business is its mission statement. The construction industry offers an abundance of opportunities for blue-collar workers, but not for white-collar workers. False. Being dependable means showing up for work on time, every day. Displaying pornography in the presence of coworkers can be construed as sexual harassment. True. When a problem-solving team includes a close-minded person, that individual is one who distrusts any new ideas and resists change. Unwelcome sexual advances or requests are considered sexual harassment. It is not professional to offer constructive criticism if you give an opinion. All of these are ways in which constructive criticism should be given except offer opinions. Which of the following substances will not affect your job? Caffeine. People with a strong work ethic are only occasionally absent or late for work. False. The way you dress, act, speak, and interact is known as your self-presentation. In order to resolve some situations, there must be a underscore 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 compromise. Before employment begins, candidates for construction jobs must often take and pass a drug test. Most employers advertise job openings on the internet. Working with others to meet common goals is an example of teamwork. Substances known as underscore 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 can be manufactured by the human body, found in specific plants, or produced in a lab. Cannabinoids. During a job search, it is a good practice to underscore 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 look for jobs that match your skills and experience. An underscore 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 approach should be used when approaching a coworker about negative behavior. Tactful. When you solve a problem without waiting for someone to tell you what to do, you are showing initiative. Although underscore 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 is closely related to self-presentation, it relies more on your integrity and manner. Professionalism. The approaches to resolving conflicts with coworkers and with supervisors are very similar. False. When a worker has a problem with underscore 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 underscore, they are always running late. Tardiness. Dealing with a conflict with your supervisor is done the same way as dealing with a conflict with a coworker. False. You will never stop learning better ways to solve problems if you are open to underscore underscore change. Which of these is a readable font, recommended to use on a resume? Times New Roman. Typically, problems will fall into one or more of four categories. All of these are one of those categories except resources.